Hello everyone, my name is Karan and welcome to my YouTube channel, My Java Buddy. So today we are going to discuss a very critical topic, very important topic that we can see, that is a collections framework. So collections framework is what actually? A collections is basically a framework that provides an architecture to store and manipulate the group of objects. All the operations that you perform on a data such as searching, sorting, insertion, manipulation, deletion. It can be performed by the Java collections. Java collection framework provides many interfaces and many classes. So whatever these interfaces are set, list, queue, dequeue. And classes are arraylist, vector, linked list, priority queue, headset, linked headset, and traceset. So you can see this is the hierarchy of the collections framework, and the collection framework extends the iterable interface. So before discussing about all other interfaces or all other collections, we must know what is iterable interface. So iterable interface is in the package java.lang.iterable, and it is one of the root interfaces of the Java collection classes, and the collections interface extends the iterable. So all the subtypes of the collection also implements the iterable interface. A class that implements the iterable can be used with the following. Here is such an example like list. This is an array list, and you can see that here this is traversable. So iterable interface has only one method. So if we want to use the iterable, if we want that this particular array list to be iterated, then we have to use the iterator method of that. So it must implement that thing. So now next is the collections. As we already discussed about the collections framework, that the collection is a framework that provides the architecture to store, manipulate the group of objects. So now in under collection there are three interfaces that extends it: list, queue, set. Now list is what? So we will discuss about it. So list is an interface which is a subtype of the java.util.collection interface, and it represents an ordered list of the objects, meaning that you can access the elements of a list in a specific order and by an index too. You can also add the same elements more than once to a list. It means that there can be redundancy of the data. If you are inserting A in the list, you can insert B, you can again insert A. It means that there are two A's in the list. It says that you can add the same elements more than once to a list. So under list interface there are array list, linked list, vector that implements the list interface. All these are the classes, and the stack, which is a class, it extends the vector class. So array list. Okay, so array list is what? Array list basically is a list of array list. Now what is the difference between the array and the array list? This must be first discussed. So array is a collection of the records which are stored in the consecutive memory locations, as you all know that. And if we want the dynamic records to be inserted, like if I know that only 5 records will be inserted, then arrays fit and fine. But if I want to insert multiple records, I don't know how many records will be inserted or how many records can be deleted. In that case, array list plays a vital role, and because it is a dynamic. So next is linked list. Now linked list is same as array list. What is difference? Difference is this, that array list, if we want to remove any particular node from the array list, then all the remaining nodes to the right of the deleted node need to be swapped to the vacant seats. It means that extra processing will be there. Now next is linked list. In linked list, as we all know that a reference is used here. If we want to delete a particular node inside in its middle of the list, then nothing will be done, only the reference will be changed. It means that here the deletion will be very easy. So next is vector. Vector is basically Now let us discuss vector more curiously. What is vector? Okay, so what is vector? So as you all know that vector is basically again an interface, as you know, isn't it? So it implements a dynamic array and it is similar to the array list, but there are two differences. First is that the vector is synchronized. What is synchronized? It means that two threads cannot run the vector interface function. Now this is a very critical problem, because as we know that today there are multi-core systems, so where this will be failed, and the vector contains many legacy methods that are not a part of the collection framework. So this is this. Next is a stack, and we all know that what is stack. There is the first in, last out. This interface with this principle will be followed here. Now next we are talking about the queue interface, which is the another sub collection interface. So queue interface is what? It is a subtype of the java.util.collection interface, and it is an ordered list of the objects with its use limited to the insertion elements at the end of the list and deletion element from the start of the list. And what happens is here that it follows the FIFO principle, that is first in, first out. If I talk about the queue of the ticket line, there what happens is there the person who enters the queue first will be served first and he will go first out. So same principle is followed here. And so the queue interface can be implemented using the priority queue and using the linked list. So this is an example that I have brought in front of you. This shows how it works using the linked list. So as you can see that this is a queue with the wrapper type of integer, and here we have implemented using the linked list. We can add very easily queue.add, and if we want to show, we just need to do queue.getI. Okay, and next is that if we want to remove the head of the queue, that is, it means that the person who is at the front of the queue, we just need to do nothing, we just need to write queue.remove only. And if we want to view who is the head of the queue, only just need to do queue.peek. And if you want to know about the size, queue.size. So queue interface gets implemented by the priority queue class. Okay, and the queue gets extended by the another interface which is dq, and now dq gets implemented by the class which is arrayDQ. So now we were talking about the set. So set is basically a collection that cannot contain duplicate elements, and it models the mathematical set abstractions. The set interface contains only methods inherited from the collections, and it adds a restriction that duplicate elements are prohibited. This is the main difference between the list interface and the set interface. As we all know that in the list interface, I have discussed that same element can be stored twice or for multiple times. But in set, if I say that A is stored, another A cannot be stored here, which causes it a duplicate. In that case, it automatically removes that. If you put the add list inside the set interface, it will remove all the redundancies that has occurred in that thing. So this plays a vital role in some cases. So the set gets implemented by the two classes which are hasSet and linked set, and the set interface gets extended by a sorted set, and which gets implemented by the tree set. So all these were the overview of the collections framework. Now most of the people says that the map is the collection or this thing, but actually a map is not a collection. Why map is not a part of the collection? Maps works with the key value pairs, while the other collections work with just values. It must be focused here that the map works with the key value pairs, while other collections works with the values. Collections have, for example, add. Now this is the add. Most of the collections uses this method to add value, but in map put is used. So the interface map does not extend the interface collection because it has a different interface. Now, a very important concept that which is mostly asked in the interview questions is what is difference between the collection and collections. A collection is a root level interface of the Java collection framework. Most of the classes in the Java collection framework inherits this interface, like list, set, queue. All these are the sub interfaces of the collection. And second is collections. Collections is basically a utility class in the package java.util, and it consists of only static methods which are used to operate on the objects of type collection. For example, it has a method to find the maximum elements in a collection, and it has a method to sort the collection. It has a method to search for a particular element in a collection. Like if you want to sort a particular list, nothing to do, only collections.sort, pass the reference of that in collection, like collections.sort bracket list. So this will be done by this thing. So thanks, have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe my page, my Java Buddy. Thank you.